Slaughterhouse is a 2018 movie starring Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. In this movie involves this school that is very, very weird, and then alien dog things. I don't know. Let's just get straight into this movie. Slaughterhouse Rules is a movie I saw quite a lot of trailers to on TV and stuff like that, and I thought this movie could have been interesting. This movie could be something special, and I was intrigued to see what this movie was, and I was excited to see it. And I think a movie like this could have either been really, really good, or it could have been very mediocre. And it was somewhere between the middle. I enjoyed parts of this movie, but at parts of the movie I also felt this was really, really bland. I do have a lot of issues with it though. Let's get straight in first. The performances are great. You know, Simon Pegg plays a very stereotypical sort of character, and so does Nick Frost, but they are entertaining on the screen. The movie has some very, very good comedy, has some good lines with them, it has a good soundtrack. It has that element to it. It definitely has style. It has its uniquity. But for the first half of this film, it really is extremely bland and nothing really happening. It's still enjoyable. I was still interested to see when the movie would get interesting. It's not a movie I'd want to switch off, but I was just waiting for the movie to become what it's supposed to be. And I felt if this movie committed to its absurdities beforehand, because when it commits to what it is, it's great, and it's a really fun movie. But before that, it's just very average, and it's something we've seen before. And all these characters are just like copied and pasted from other movies we've seen before, and it feels very, very bland in that aspect. And just nothing of interest was going on. The direction, though, was pretty solid. You know, it's a well-directed movie. It definitely could have been directed better, but it was well-directed. It's a good-looking movie. The creatures they use, which they find at the end, the practical effects for those creatures, the creatures look really, really great in the film. And I liked a lot of the really gruesome sequences with them. They were really, really funny. And the last half, which is the biggest positive half I can give to this film, was some of the most entertaining stuff I've seen. Now, that didn't really make any sense. The entire plot of this movie is very, 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 very underused. They could have made this really interesting thing that could have had loads of interesting ideas, and it just didn't work. And the moments they tried to make it a sufficient plot, and they tried to make some moments serious, but it didn't work, because I was so interested in seeing all the silly stuff that I didn't really care about any of the serious stuff, and I think they could have gotten rid of all that, and this movie would have been really better. If they did all of the awesome stuff like halfway through this movie instead of the last 30 minutes, this movie would have been really great. But let's talk about that awesome stuff. If you don't know what sort of happens in the last 30 minutes, minor spoilers, but nothing really too much. But it's really entertaining because there's a lot of really good gruesome moments and entertaining moments throughout the entire film. At the end there, and it sort of becomes really tense and intriguing because I didn't know what was going to happen next. I didn't know when certain characters were going to die. I didn't know, because the movie was just so insane, and I had no idea where it could have gone. And that's something I can praise about this movie. And when it ended, I was satisfied, and I was like, yeah, okay, I was entertained from portions of this movie. And portions of this movie were really well directed and really well done and really unique. But portions were really, really bland, used, and forgettable crap. So I'm very, very middle of the road with this movie. It is an entertaining movie, and I recommend you see it if you're interested to see what they do with this movie. But if you have literally no idea of what this movie is, or you literally couldn't care less, I would suggest skipping this one. Overall, I'm going to be giving Slaughterhouse Rules a B-. I'm also going to give this movie a 6 out of 10. It's fun at points, but definitely not a great film. Guys, comment your opinions down below, and of course, thanks for watching. Goodbye.